Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be flying the Fiat-Consa F.C.20 Bis. The F.C.20 was an Italian reconnaissance attack and light bomber from the Second World War. The drive was provided in the F.C.20 Bis version by two Fiat A74 RC38 engines with 840 horsepower each. The flight of the prototype took place in 1941. Shortly after that, small series serial production began, which led to the creation of about 10 aircraft of this type. The deck armament consisted of a single 37mm Bred cannon and three 12.7mm machine guns. The plane could also carry a bomb load of up to 320 kilograms. Despite the marginal production volume, 4 versions of this aircraft were made. The first was the FC-20. It was a reconnaissance version with a long glass nose on the fuselage. The second version, FC-20 Bis, was already an assault version with a changed bow design. Later, 2 more versions, FC-20 Tur and FC-20 Quarter, were created, which were powered by different engines. Probably only 3 machines of this type entered the airline service in 1943. They did not manage to take part in combat operations under the colors of the Italians. Most likely, they were taken over by the German occupation forces. That's all for the history lesson. I hope you enjoy the combat. I see 2 enemy Dauntlesses on my teammates, so I'm just trying to climb up as high as I can. I'm hoping I'll catch one of them off guard while they're diving. As I'm climbing, I'm always looking around me, being aware of my surroundings. One of them starting their dive, so now I'm going to try to intercept them. I fire here, and I'm able to hit him. He doesn't react, he just keeps diving, goes to bomb a base. I'm not going to fire yet because I know I have a very limited amount of ammo. I'm going to pull up here so that then we don't have a repeat of what happened in my video on Ray Wetmore's P-51 D10. He starts firing his back gunner at me. I start firing at him. He hits me. I don't hit him. He breaks right, that's not going to do much for him. I fire here. Set him on fire. My vulture of a teammate of course tries to come in and steal him. I get severe damage, so I break off. If you get severe damage while somebody's already trying to steal your kill, don't worry, you'll also get the kill because you got severe damage. I see some fighters in the distance, so now I'm going to start a climb. This is another form of being a nice teammate. I saw this IL-2 in the distance. I could have killed him right there, but I'm not going to because my teammate's already on him. I see this P-400 coming in very close, so now I'm going to try to get a shot off on him. He breaks right. I see my teammate fire at him. Now he's being fired at by somebody else. I'm going to try to join the party. I'm going to fire at him twice here, but unfortunately I miss. Then I start rapid firing. The F-109's a kamikaze pilot, and then they both go down. Now there's an F-2A Buffalo coming in to try to kill us. I'm going to fire at him here, hit him, he's on fire, take him out, and he's a kamikaze pilot as well. Now I'm actually going to use what this aircraft is meant for, ground pounding. I would definitely use a 37mm cannon against these light pillboxes. You only have 250 caliber machine guns in the front, so it's not really going to do all that much. As I'm trying to ground pound this howitzer, I get hit by AAA, which is absolutely wonderful because now I have an oil leak in both my engines. I need to absolutely start heading back right now because I have an oil leak in both my engines. The oil is the blood of the airplane. If I don't have any oil, my engine doesn't work. If my engine doesn't work, I fall out of the sky. The first thing I need to do is climb. If my engines do quit, I'll hopefully have a little bit of altitude to work with. I point my nose in the direction of the airfield and I start heading there. I'm at a good altitude here, where if I did lose both my engines right now, I would make it back to the airfield. I'm going to stay high on final, because all I have to do is use the forward slip technique to get down a lot quicker and hold a certain airspeed. To do a forward slip, you have to use opposite aileron and opposite rudder. I am coming in a little fast, I'm going to hold it in, take it out now. I'm going to round out earlier so that then I can lose airspeed and descend a lot quicker. For that to work, you absolutely have to fly your airspeeds. I don't want to get too slow here because I don't want to stall on short final, and my engines are already pretty crippled as they are. I'm going to go to full power because I know I don't have the same amount of thrust as I normally would, and I'm just going to treat it as a soft field landing. So now I'm just going to hold it off and take the power out little by little. And there's the touchdown.
The enemy is winning.
Just like that, I'm on the ground safely. And we're up once again. I see 2 enemies on my teammate, and I'm rushing to him right now. Thankfully, he was able to take them both out, and now the last guy is just this A-20G. I know that he's an American strike aircraft, and he is faster than me, so I'm going to try to intercept him. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get to him in time, and I'm not going to be able to keep up. I know that he is looking at bombing these 2 bases, so hopefully he'll turn back around once he bombs them. I see him turn slightly to the right. I know that he's thinking about turning back towards his airfield. I know that me staying behind him is going to do pretty much nothing because he's the faster aircraft than me, and that'll give him an even bigger gap to escape in. I'm flying pretty much parallel with him because if he does turn in towards me, I'm going to hopefully intercept him. You'll always have to be thinking ahead. After a bunch of turning in and turning back out, I look and see that we have 5.5 minutes left. I absolutely have to kill ground. I'm a strike aircraft. My teammate's already above the A-20, so that's good. Both of us falling behind him isn't going to do us any good. We're already running behind on tickets. Now I'm going to use what this cannon's used for, killing tanks. You have to make sure that you hit the tanks in the correct spots. You have to hit them from the sides. If you hit them in the front, there's a bunch of armor and your bullet's not going to penetrate. Even if you're coming in from behind, it's still kind of tricky. I'm coming in at an angle here, but I am able to crit him. I check the scoreboard to see how many tickets we have. I see that we have more tickets. I need to keep this up. My teammate in the chat just said that he got the 2 engines on the A-20 that was running away. I'm hoping that it's over. I'm trying to kill this last ground target. Thankfully we win the game, but if I would have gone down any lower, I probably would have crashed. That's why I pulled up. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If anybody has any suggestions on what aircraft they want me to fly next, please leave it in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to fly that aircraft.